you just touched on a concept that really sparked something in my mind, and I don't know if the listeners really know this. A lot of it's like, because a lot of us artists are speaking in codes, ones and zeros, so that the agents in the matrix aren't just seeing us immediately. You know what I mean? So that we can make our way through that path and find the Morpheuses and the Trinities that are going to push you up. You know. But with that being said, it reminded me of what Kendrick Lamar would call the Yams. You ever heard of that?
No, I'm not. Obviously, I know Kendrick. I don't know Yams.
When you got the Yams, what's the Yams? The Yams is the powers that be.
Aha.
And you were talking about how like if you don't tap into that archetype, then it'll just move on to whoever is going to tap into it. And it makes me think of like that's exactly what he's talking about in that song. He's talking about how the Yams is the powers that is going to find who is ready for it, who is ready to communicate it, who can hold all that energy,
who can contain it, but then also not contain it,
who can channel it, who can point it in the right direction, And when you think about like the success of artists and rappers and stuff like that, it's almost like the Yams is going around to who is worthy of holding it at the time. Like, okay, who's going to have the biggest message impact that's going to touch people this way in this moment, blah, blah, blah. And I even think of like people like your Drakes or like your Kanyes, people who got real, real big, right? Like, look what Kanye's doing now after the Yams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's Drake going to do post Yams?
Less DMing.
Less DMing.
He's going to be DMing monks.
Yeah, maybe DMTing.
From DM to DMT.
Yeah, that's a good one right there for some rappers.
Some bars.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's what Kendrick's talking about is the Yams, and it's that evoking of the spirit in which you have aligned yourself to be able to receive the information to channel, and it's very much a privilege. It's very much a privilege, and we can get these Yams in small little bits and pieces of energy, or you can become a Drake or a Kendrick or a J. Cole, Yeah, but that's what that reminded me of when you said that it's going to choose somebody, it's going to choose whoever's ready to interpret it at the moment,